If your ex has basically kept your relationship but removed you, it's not because they want to get you back. It's just because they're jealous. They want to control you. Welcome to my Broken to Brave podcast. I'm Donna Barnes. What I mean by they kept your life is if they're still friends with your friends and now they're talking to your friends about you and maybe pumping your friends for information about you, or they just straight communicate with you and randomly send you texts once in a while, just little like, hey, just thinking about you, thought I'd say hi, are not signs that they're coming back. They're signs that they just want to still have control over you and that they're probably pretty jealous. I mean, if you knew your ex to be the jealous type anyway, why wouldn't they still be jealous that, you're not theirs anymore, but they don't want anybody else to have you either? So they're just trying to keep in your consciousness to prevent you really from letting them go. I mean, it's such a selfish and manipulative tactic for an ex to keep inserting themselves in your life. Because if you're still crazy about that person, that's just keeping you from connecting with anybody else. So don't allow it. I really strongly believe that an ex should be 100% out of your life if they're not willing to be 100% in your life. And the more you can draw boundaries with your ex, and it might require a conversation. I mean, look, I'd been living with a guy and then we broke up and we lived 6 blocks from each other and we had to actually negotiate, right? You can have that restaurant. I'll have this restaurant. And you were not allowed to go to the restaurant that you didn't get the right to go to, right? And honestly, I kept bumping into him everywhere. And because I make advice videos, I actually made a video that just was a private link that I shared with him that basically said, because he'd left me for someone else and he was fully in another relationship, but he wasn't letting me go. He was calling me and texting me and I kept bumping into him all the time. So yeah, I made a video that I made specifically for him and I sent him a private link to it that basically said, leave me alone, right? Like if you see me on the street, you can wave, but please do not stop. I don't want to talk to you. You've moved on with somebody else. Please let me, right? Because that's the whole manipulation. They want to possess you still. They don't want you, but they want to possess you and they want to prevent anybody else from getting to have you. And that's not fair. And don't allow it, right? You need to draw strong boundaries and, really block them. If you've asked your ex to please not communicate with you and they still call or text you, block them. Problem solved, right? And you can always unblock them at a later date if you want. But if you are struggling by getting communications, block them and ask your friends to please not engage with them. I mean, geez, my ex is still friends with my brother. Right? I'm like, that's what I mean. Like if you don't want me, you don't get to keep my life. Right. And I really had to have a conversation with my brother. And I was like, I need you to choose me. Right. Because look, he's very charming. And that's what I loved about him too. Right. And I think if you are a family member, you really have to make your family member your priority. And the same thing with friends. Very charming people will want to insert themselves and keep and look, most people have a hard time saying no. No is not the easiest thing to say. So if your ex is now friendly with your friends, if you don't want to talk to your ex about it, talk to your friends and really implore them, please. I am so trying to put this person in my rearview mirror. I don't want anything 100% out of my life. I don't want this. I don't want my ex anymore. I want him or her 100% out of my life. Please help me with that. Please stop talking to him. And if he does talk to you, please don't tell me and don't tell him anything at all about me or what I'm doing. Or if we did something together, please don't say that, right? The more you can remove your ex from your life and consciousness, the happier you'll be. So if you have a jealous ex that is struggling to let you go, but has let you go, you need to 100% let them go. That's a whole manipulation tactic to keep you stuck on them. So yeah, I made a video asking my ex to please stay away from me. And all of a sudden I wasn't running into him anymore. I very much think that he was intentionally, I mean, he kind of knew my schedule. He knew where I'd be. He was showing up where he knew he would run into me because it was happening quite frequently. So, and now we don't live near each other anymore, which was really the biggest help in it because now we don't run into each other. I don't see his car parked on the street anymore, right? So it's all very helpful. It's a process, right? It takes a little bit before you can get to that point where you can completely disconnect your lives. But I really believe 100% out is the best policy about relating with your ex because it's just keeping you in pain. It's keeping you in limbo. It's preventing you from really connecting with somebody else to have anything at all to do with your ex. Especially too, if you've now met somebody and you're out with them and now your ex is texting, because that happened to me. I was dating somebody else that I was trying to be present with, and my ex was texting me while I was out on the date. And unfortunately, yeah, my fitness tracker, my Google shows my texts on it, right? So, someone texts me, I tend to look and I saw it was him. It like punched me in the gut. And the guy I was with clearly saw it, knew that it was hard for me, actually even stood up from the table and gave me a hug because he knew it was hard for me, right? Come on. That's defeating trying to move on with your life because I didn't block him, right? I highly recommend blocking your ex. It's the best way to prevent them from really sabotaging dates like that, right? And shame on him. For him to be texting me, I forget whether it was a Friday or a Saturday night, but it was at a time that he should not have been texting me, that he could assume that perhaps I was out with somebody else, which is exactly why he was doing it, right? It's the jealous ex inserting themselves into your life to keep control and to prevent you from being with anybody else. So don't let it. Don't allow that. And if you're not pining over your ex, you're the one that left the relationship. Don't allow your ex to play the victim. Playing the victim, tugging on your heartstrings, trying to make you feel guilty that you left the relationship is all a manipulation to try to get you back. Hold strong boundaries and don't get sucked into the emotion of your ex. Really, I made another video about like if your ex is threatening suicide. I think that's a very common manipulation tactic to try to get you to rescue your ex. I think you need to get somebody else involved. You can't be the one to rescue them. But hold strong boundaries for yourself. Really, keeping your ex 100% out of your life is the best way to move forward and get over something. Because even if you're the one that broke up, you still have the feelings around it that you need to sort through and get over. And what they say, when a heart breaks, it doesn't break even, but it does still break, right? So you are susceptible to, if your ex is now trying to love bomb you and throwing everything but the kitchen sink, they say, at you, right? Trying to get you to take them back. If you are done with the relationship and nothing has changed that would make it better, then hold strong boundaries. You're not responsible for trying to help them get through it. I understand the guilt of feeling like, wow, I hurt this person. I need to help them. No, you don't. If you were kind enough not to ghost them and to tell them that you were done and why you were done, that's all you needed to do. And you are not responsible for making them feel better about it. And honestly, it's the best thing for them if you stop communicating with them all completely too. Once a couple breaks up, they need help from other people, not from the ex, because that's what's keeping you in pain. It's enmeshed. People want to stay friends with their ex. I think that's a really bad idea. It's the picking and choosing, right? You can't stay friends with somebody who you used to be lovers with until a lot of time has passed and you both moved on completely and in other relationships. Then you can be friends. But frequently, when relationships break up, the person that did the breaking up wants to stay friends because, they have things that they liked about you. They want to keep that, but it's not good for you. If you're still pining for the person, you cannot be friends with them, especially if you have any hope at all that you're going to get back together. That's just keeping you in pain and it's preventing you from having a happy relationship with somebody else. So please don't do that to yourself. It is a slippery slope. People try to be friends like social media. You absolutely should not be friends because that's the biggest way that, like, if your ex is posting all sorts of things on some social media platform that is making you crazy, stop looking, especially if you start to realize that they're kind of showing off. That's for your benefit. They are 100% trying to show you, look at me, look, my life is amazing. Look what you gave up, right? So don't participate in that. Don't look at that. I think ignorance is bliss when it comes to what your ex is doing. Just don't look, and then you don't have to worry about it. Don't let your ex show off for you in a way that's going to make you doubt anything at all. So yeah, if you have an ex that's been acting jealous and inserting themselves in your life, leave a comment below. Let me know what your ex has been doing that's been either driving you crazy or pissing you off or making you confused. Because that's why they do it. They want to confuse you. Is he coming back? Is she coming back? What, like, what? Leave your story in the comments. I want to know how your jealous ex is affecting you. And like my video and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm here for coaching if you need someone to talk to. I am excellent at helping people through breakups because Lord knows I've been through enough of myself, unfortunately. But, that doesn't kill us makes us stronger. The benefit for me is that I'm great at helping other people through breakups. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next episode.